Hello everyone, welcome back to Japanese Zelda, part 12 now. I think we're going to start with getting Din's Fire, which is over this way. Oh yeah, I need to set up Epona's song as well, so perhaps I'll do This Great Fairy and then like Lon Lon Ranch and see where we are after that. Oh, still used to randos. Wonder how different this is even going to be to the last guy. Excuse me. Yeah, baby. ようこそお前へ。私は魔法の大妖精。So welcome, Omaye. Magic, I suppose. This just means magic. I suppose the first one is like magic and the second one is kind of like... it's kind of like laws, isn't it? Laws or way. Like perhaps you could see it as like magic school, maybe? Magic school. Great Fairy. あなたに魔法のアイテムを授けてあげる。So to you, a magical item I will grant. さあ、受け取って。Now, receive it. Kind of thing. Hurry up now. Got lots of places to be. Oh. Din no hono wo te ni ireta. Pretty simple, isn't it? Din's fire, or Din's flame, or whatever. Hand in, you put, or you got Din's fire. Hono no domu ga subete wo tsutsumu. Well, tsutsumu is to... it's like to parcel up, I suppose, isn't it? Like to me is a parcel, isn't it? And I suppose in that sense, a parcel is, you know, surrounded by paper or whatever, and all packaged up in paper or card or whatever. So tsutsumu is like the verb of doing that, I suppose. Yeah, dome is dome, just basically an English sound there. So fire dome, the fire dome, all. Like encompasses, it encompasses all or something like that, you know, it surrounds, envelops. That's the best verb, isn't it? It envelops all. Shide tsukaeru kogeki moho. Oh, okay, perhaps that wasn't finished yet. I wish they'd use punctuation all the time so I'd know when clauses are finished and sentences. Sometimes it's a bit ambiguous. So using C, it is like attack, magic, you can use... kind of thing, isn't it? Din no hono wa kogeki mahou toshite dake janaku, hi wo tsukeru koto mo dekiru no yo. I think we saw this koto ga dekiru or koto wa dekiru or koto mo dekiru last time, didn't we? It just means that you can do something. Just in case I didn't sort of go over it before, I suppose the koto makes it into like a, you know, a gerund, like an action noun sort of thing, and then dekiru just means that, you know, you can complete it or you are able to. What's she saying? So she's saying, yeah. So Din's fire, like as attack magic only, not. So if we put that in a better order, like not only as attack magic. But like setting fire, right? Hiotsukeru is to set fire to. 火をつけることもできるのよ. So you can also just set fire to things using it. It's not just for attacking. 戦いに疲れた時はいつでもいらっしゃい. Same as what the fairy said in the last one, just like, you know, when you are fatigued, I suppose, from battle or fatigued in battle, you know, come back any time sort of thing. It'd probably be quicker just to get caught, wouldn't it? Oh well. Bit late. I guess I'll climb out. Excuse me. What else is going on? I think I'll leave these mini games. Did I get that spider in that room? I can't remember. Probably not. Alright, let's go to Lon Lon Ranch. Straight on in. Nice. I think we've seen this before, right? Lon Lon Bokujo. I don't know what the significance of London is. Perhaps there is none. It's just a name, right? Name for a place. Bokujo, just meaning like a rearing place, I suppose, isn't it? Like a ranch in that sense. Place for rearing animals. If that's even the verb I need. Cheers, lads. I'll be near. Gonna run me down. Alright, so we have to talk to her first. Easy, love. Ara, konaida no yosei-kun. So yeah, this is like are, isn't it? Just expressing like surprise at seeing us a little bit, like, huh? Oh? 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 Sort of thing. Konaida just means like the other day. I personally probably overuse this. I don't know why it's konaida. It's just a word, isn't it? Let's see if there's actually kanji for that. Konaida. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting, actually. It looks like it's like a combination of kono-ida. Almost. So kono-ida, it became konaida. That's quite interesting, actually. I might sort of put the kanji in the text document, actually. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Anyway, not yosei-kun, so this no just links it to this, so it's like ara, it's the fairy boy. It's the other day's fairy boy, or it's the fairy boy, you know, from the other day, or whatever. To-san mitsukete kuretan desho? Yeah, we'll just do that bit first. So To-san, just father. Mitsukete kureta is past tense of, you know, found for me, you know. So you found my father, and then desho, just kind of, you know, rhetorically sort of checking for agreement sort of thing. Oshiro wa dou datta? So the castle... How was the castle? Ohime-sama ni ayeta, so she's sort of laughing, you know, sort of giggling a bit. Ohime-sama, just the princess, isn't it? Her Majesty the princess, I suppose. Ni, just meaning to, or with the Her Majesty the princess, and then ayeta is, you know, potential, like past of to meet, which is al. So this is kind of like, were you able to meet the princess? We probably wouldn't say that in English, you know, that's kind of, we'd probably just say, you know, did you meet the princess? But there is this sort of difference between the languages where you can use sort of potential form like this when you kind of wouldn't in English. But yeah, like, were you able to meet the princess? Tousan tara ano ato sugu kaete kita no yo. I guess this tara is a bit like... It's probably a shortening of like... it's probably similar to nara, isn't it? Like if we talk about my father or talking about my father, it just kind of changes the topic or the topic or subject, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're talking about her father now, right? And Tousan tara, like if you ask me about my father, maybe, or if we're talking about my father. This is like that, isn't it? And this is after, so it's like after that time. So after, obviously, we spoke to her and went and found him after that time. Sugu, meaning like immediately, and then kaeru is to return home, isn't it? To come back. So he sort of immediately came back after that. Kaete kita, and kita just means the direction. Just indicates the direction, doesn't it? It's like he came back to me, you know, home, sort of thing. He came back towards me at home or whatever. Kaete kita no yo. O awatete ne. I think o awateru, probably. Awateru means... Hold on. Is this right? Yeah, just to be in a hurry, to rush. So probably awate is like the stem of it. So it kind of makes it into a noun, I suppose. And then o is probably just, you know, like large or, you know, greatly to a large extent. O awate. So, and then de here, so it's like probably like in or by the means of or via like a large rush or whatever. So in a big rush is basically what's happening here, isn't it? In a large rush, in a massive rush, in sort of great excitement, I suppose you could sort of also translate it. And then ne, just kind of I don't know what ne's doing here. It's kind of a bit like yo, maybe. O awate de ne. I suppose this kind of just means like as we would expect, you know, or as we kind of witnessed ourselves, didn't we? He was sort of rushing off down the path to go and, you know, get Malin. So because we saw that, or, you know, it's kind of what we expected or what we observed, she's kind of, you know, sort of suggesting agreement for that, I suppose. That's just her laughing. Soda. So she's just, that is just like she's just remembered something, like, oh, soda. Oh, yeah, of course. Like, oh, by the way, sort of thing. Yosei-kun ni shoukai suru wa watashi no tomodachi. To fairy boy. Introduce. Shoukai is introduce, basically, isn't it? I think we saw it in... we saw it from the gate guard, or in the Nandemoya, in the bazaar. He said, like, it's the gate guard's introduction. You're being introduced by the gate guard, then I will discount you, sort of thing. So shoukai suru. Also, jiko shoukai is very, very common word, which means a self-introduction. Jiko shoukai is a self-introduction, and shoukai is, you know, an introduction. I suppose, obviously, usually a noun, because we need to add suru to make it into a verb. So she's saying, I will introduce you. Or, oh no, sorry, she's saying, I will introduce to you my friend. And this wa here is very feminine, so don't say that if you're a dude. There are some occasions when you can say it, but just don't. Kono uma nano. This horse. It's this horse. And then the nano is just kind of, you know, very explanatory. It's this horse. Eponate yu no yo. Yeah, so the te here is just basically quoting the name, Eponate. And then you just means to say, doesn't it? So it's like saying you say Epona about this horse, or this horse, regarding this horse or whatever, you say Epona, or one says Epona. Yeah, this is very common. Just a thing, and then a quote, and then you. For example, I could say, maybe, I don't know, Hichin to you machi ni iku, which would just mean, you know, I'm gonna go to a place called Hichin or whatever. And this guy's just saying, you know, eponate you no yo. And this you here is obviously like the hiragana you. Usually it's written as I, I, u, and iu, but she's just for fun. Maybe it kind of is a slightly different sound, but yeah, it doesn't mean anything different. It's just you no yo. And then kawaii desho, like she's cute, isn't she? Yeah, kawaii means cute, I'm sure you know that. And then desho is just obviously like kind of checking for agreement. Oh, she's run off. She don't like me. Epona yose-kun no koto kowagateru mitai. So Epona, fairy boy. No koto here, it's just kind of like... It just means you, doesn't it? Yose-kun no koto. So, the fairy boy. It's just like, maybe like everything about you, or... Well, that's a bit literal, maybe. It's just you, maybe. You and your person, and, you know... yeah, it just means you. But sometimes people like to say no koto onto it. I don't really know why. The thing of you, maybe. And then kowagaru kind of makes kawaii into a verb. Kind of makes scary into a verb, so it's like she is scared of you, basically. Kowagatteiru mitai, and mitai is just like seems as though, or, you know, looks as though, or, yeah, seems as though. Seems as though Epona is afraid of you. Alright, let's play some slapping tunes. How do I, what the? Oh, she's got to talk about her song first. Kono uta okaasan ga tsukutta no. This song, my mother made. Tsukuru is just to make, isn't it? So tsukutta is past tense, and then the no at the end makes it explanatory. So my mother made this song. Ii uta desho. It's a good song, isn't it? Maron to issho ni utaimashou. That's a bit gross. She's referring to herself by her own name again, which makes me sick. But there you go. So with Malon, togetherly, like, and then this is like volitional form of utao, or rather polite volitional. You'd just, you know, utao is to sing, utaimasu is polite form, and then utaimashou is just volitional, meaning like kind of expressing intent to sing, or in this case maybe saying let's sing, you know, let's sing togetherly with Malon. Bust out our beast in Ocarina here. Ara kawaii Ocarina. So, oh, a cute ocarina. Sono ocarina de kono uta fuite kuraru na. So that ocarina using this song, play for me, will you? Kind of thing. Are you going to play for me? And then I kono uta yo. And then are you okay, or are you ready? It's this song, or it goes like this, I suppose, less literally. Nailed it. I'm guessing this is just going to say Epona no uta wo huita. Yeah, so played Epona's song. Epona no uta wo oboeta. Memorized Epona's song. Very simply. Whoops, wrong button. Excuse me. You went ahead and nailed it. Oh no, that owl's back. He's not going to talk to me, is he? Okay. That's a little bit too much of a difference. Please leave me alone. eponatara yoseku kini ito mitoi. So yeah, same as before. Epona, fairy boy, you know, kini ita, like Darunia was saying to us, you know, you sort of, I like you, or she likes you, kind of thing. And then mitai again just seems as though Epona like likes you, or that you know, you entered into her vibe. You could kind of literally say, which I don't advise translating it as, but there we go. Wait, that owl's gonna talk to me on Zora River, isn't he? Ah, terrible. So much text. Whoops, sorry everyone. Just was trying to swipe my phone, but it fell off. I pushed it off of its little stand there. I'm trying to think about if the text will ever like chill out. Because right now we have to go and talk to this owl, and then we got to talk to King Zora, and then we got to talk to, oh okay, so we just got Zora Kawa. Zora Kawa. I'm just going to look this up because I don't feel like it might be. Okay, this says here maybe it's pronounced as Gawa, Zora Gawa. Trying to see if there's another reading for it, or it could be Zora Sen. The fact that it's not Zora not Kawa makes me think that it might be, you know, it's the name of the place. So I wonder if it's Zora Sen, but I don't think so actually. It's probably Zora Gawa. This is Kawa, meaning river. Zora Gawa, maybe. Just, you know, meaning Zora River. Right. Lay it on me, bro. Ha ha. Takumashiku natta mono jano, omae. I don't know what Mono's doing in there, to be honest, but the general vibe is that he's saying, you know, became sort of sturdy, became brawny, became strong, sort of thing. Again, as I said, don't know what Mono's doing, to be honest. And Jano is just a weird little sentence ending thing that old people say. Maybe. Kono saki wa Zora Zoku no Sumika. This beyond, I suppose. This beyond, or you know, further down than where we currently are, you know. Ahead of us, ahead of this place. Zora tribe. Like living area, I suppose. It's dwelling. Yeah, maybe sumika is like sumu is the verb to live, isn't it? In the sense of to live at a location. Sumika. Sumika. Is this it? Sumika. Wow. Well, there's quite a few different kanji for this, but perhaps best is the verb sumu, and then ka as in like the kanji for house, maybe. So it's like a living house or a dwelling or a place where, you know, people live or reside. Sumika. Yeah, interesting. Karera wa hairaru oke ni tsukae kono suigen wo mamotte oru. They, Hyrule royal family, for sort of serve or work for Tsukaeru. I think it's Tsukaeru. Is that right? It's the same as the potential verb. Yeah, it seems it is. Tsukaeru. Meaning to serve or to work for. Tsukae, just using the stem of the verb, I suppose, to allow the sentence to continue afterwards. So they, work for the Hyrule royal family. Kono suigen, this water, and then origin or source. So this water source, mamoru, meaning to protect, mamotte oru, just kind of an old continuous form. So they are protecting this water source, I guess. Oke to kakawari wo motsu mono ni shika karela wa tobira wo hirakanu no ja. Yeah, so we a relation, I suppose, a link. Kakawaru is a verb meaning to kind of, I suppose, to be linked to or to be related to. Kakawari kind of makes it into a nouny sort of thing, isn't it? So it's like a relation or a connection. So yeah, with the royal family connection, I've got to go backwards a bit actually. People who have a connection with the royal family, to those people, shika here makes it so that this expresses like no one but, or nothing but, or yeah, nothing or no one but the thing mentioned before, and it has to be used with a negative noun, negative verb, or even, yeah, negative verb. Nishika karela wa tobira wo hirakanu no ja. So they're saying they, door, will not open, except, I suppose, to people with a connection to the royal family. As an example, you could say, very basic sentence, you could say, kore shika nai, which means like, this, except there is nothing. It's like there is nothing but this. That's how you use shika. You have to use it with a negative verb at the end, but yeah. So they won't open the door to anyone who doesn't have a connection to the royal family. Oke ni tsudawaru shirabe wo kikaseyao. Shirabe meaning melody. Tsudawaru was like to be passed down, wasn't it? Ni, just to or among, as we've said. So the melody passed down among the royal family. And then kikaseru is the causative of kiku. So kiku means to listen, and kikaseru means sort of to cause to listen, or let them hear, or make them hear the melody. And then seyo, I guess, is just, you know, it just makes it into like an order. It's just like you know, have them listen to the melody. Zora zoku no mimi ni todoku basho de na. Yeah, this na is a bit like ne, so it's like saying, you know, at a place, via a place where like it reaches or it will reach to the ears of the Zora tribe, or whatever, Zora tribe's ears, to reach place at, I suppose. And dena is just like kind of, you know, saying of, you know, like, of course we understand, we know that we should do it, you know, at a place where they can actually hear it. Otherwise, you know, they won't hear it and it'll be pointless. And he's just, you know, sort of saying, of course, kind of thing with this. Of course, you understand that you should do it, you know, at a place where they'll actually hear it. And then, and off he flies. I will get the spider, actually. Why not? Yeah, I suppose I should. I suppose I should get spiders. In case I want to get the giant wallet later. Whoops. Ow. Damn it. This would be good if I could... Okay, nice. Cheers. Thanking you. Oi! Okay, we're good. Zora no Sato. Maybe. Zora no Sato. Sato. Obviously just kind of means like, you know, home place. I suppose that's what it like encompasses best. I can't leave the signs alone. It's like it has a very homely feel to that kanji. Like it doesn't just mean a place where someone lives, you know, it has more of a homely feel to it, so yeah. What is this? Sensui, right? I think, yeah. Sensui game. 20 rupee. Yaru. So diving water game, basically. 20 rupees. Yaru. Yaru means suru, basically, but I suppose it does have a different vibe and they're not always interchangeable. But yeah, so that's what he's saying. Will you do it? Yaru? Yaru? And then we say hi. Okay. ここからばらまくルピーを時間内にすべて拾えるかな? From here, baramaku. I think maku is to, like to... What is maku? Maku is kind of... Is it to plant? Let's have a look. Maku. I'm sure it is. Oh no, okay, yeah. That's the word I meant. Yeah, to scatter, to sprinkle. Yeah, to scatter, basically. And bara kind of doubles that up. I feel like, for example, there's a word like bara, which means like sort of separate, sort of, you know, not all together, sort of a bit separated and a bit apart. Bara. So baramaku, I suppose, you know, scatter, sort of, you know, scatter them fairly distant from one another. You're not just chucking them all in the same place. You're trying to separate them out a little bit. So baramaku rupee. So the rupees that he is going to scatter from here. Jikan nai ni. So like inside. Yeah, basically inside the allocated time. Jikan nai ni just means in time, doesn't it? In within the allocated time. Subete, all, and then hiro means to pick up. Very simply, to pick up. So hiroeru is the potential form of that. So are you able to pick up all the rupees I scatter from here within the time limit, and then kana, meaning like I wonder. Zenbu hiroetara koko e oide. So all parts, or all of them, essentially, all of them, if you are able to, or when you have. This is kind of weird because this is like potential form with a conditional. So it's a bit like if you can, but also no, that's not the confusing bit. Sorry, it's like a potential form, but with like a definite thing added to it. So it's like if you. When you are able to, or when you when you have been able to, I suppose, is a clunky translation of that. So all of them, when you were able to pick them all up, kokoe oide, like come back to here. Yeah, that's kind of weird that that works in Japanese, but in English we'd just say, you know, if you get them all, if you pick them all up, come back to see me, sort of thing. Ii mono yaru kara. I've noticed that I've sort of, when I've been doing the text documents, I've been ignoring things like this. This is e, like e, which just means a good thing. Mono is just like an object or an item, a good thing. But I haven't been going over this. Sometimes, for some reason in this game, they, rather than just write e twice, e mono, they just elongate the vowel here. Sorry, not the vowel, but like the character. They just elongate the character. It doesn't change the meaning at all. It's just how they wanted to write it out for some reason. So it's still e, meaning like good thing, but they just, rather than write out e twice, they've just elongated it because it's the same sound. It does not change the meaning at all, in case you've seen that and wondered what's going on. Also, sometimes like this, they're writing things in katakana instead of hiragana or kanji, and sometimes they write words in kanji and then you see it again and it's only written in hiragana, or vice versa. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just how they, for some reason, decided to express the word at that time. Anyway, ii mono yaru kara. It's like saying because I will give you something good. It's like, do this thing, do this part here, because I will give you something good. Like, that's why you would want to come back to see me, because I'll give you something good. Startao. Obviously just means start. Alright. Oi! Omedeto! So that's just yelling at us, isn't it? Oi! And then omedeto just means congratulations, basically. You use it on people's birthdays a lot, like otanjobi omedeto. Like congratulations on your birthday or whatever. I think it's a bit like arigato in that there's like an adjective, omedetai, which I suppose means like, celebratory, or sort of a celebratory mood, or a celebratory state. And for some reason it changes to omedeto. I don't really know why. But same with like arigato. Arigato is arigatai, which means grateful, essentially. And arigato obviously means thank you. You are grateful for something, so you say arigato. So yeah, they're kind of similar words, actually. They kind of come from adjectives, but for some reason they conjugate like this. Yeah, kind of funny. But I probably wouldn't worry about why, although I'm kind of interested now that I've explained it. I mono yaru kara toriniki na. Probably butchered the pronunciation of that, to be honest, but yeah. A good thing, give, because, take to come. Take to come, or come to take it, sort of thing. Come and get it, kind of thing. Yeah. I don't want to spend too long on these things, because kind of covered all of that stuff already, so there's no need. Naka ii mo guripuri da. Oh no. I asked about this in the past. I didn't get it. Naka means like, considerably. It means I've had it be kind of like translated as quite in the past, but it's quite in the good sense. Like, oh, that was quite good. It's not like it was quite good. It's in the positive sense. It's like that was quite a good dive there, sort of thing. Means considerably. Not quite very. Although I suppose it could kind of be translated as very in some cases. Let me just look. I remember asking about this on a language learning app. And someone helped me, I think. Here he is. Imoguri purida. What's someone saying? Someone's saying the explanation is difficult. I tabe puri. Toka I nomi puri. Ni mo tsukau ne. Mono ya koto no yosu wo arawashimasu. Oh, okay, so it seems like it expresses the form of something, maybe. Okay, yeah. The translation I'm getting here from this person is Anata no moguru yosu ga totemo ii. So I think puri here, this puri at the end is kind of like, the form? Huh. So, a good diving form, maybe. Or a good style of diving, perhaps. Good diving style, da. Maybe. Sa, koitsu wo uketotte kure. Now, or with that, or now then, this, receive this, sort of thing, isn't it? Take this now, take this. Oh my god. Koitsu wa oretachi no uroko. This, our scale, or a scale, of Zora's, a Zora scale, I suppose, our scale. Kore sae areba motto fukaku suichū wo mogureru ze. This sae is like, I suppose it's a bit like merely or even. Kore sae areba. So I think in this case it's like this merely to exist, like merely by having this, merely by possessing this. Motto meaning like more. Fukaku meaning deeply, so more deeply. Suichu just meaning like in water, isn't it? We say underwater in English, but into water. So more deeply among water, and then mogureru is the potential form of to dive, so can dive. You can dive more deeply into water, merely this exists, merely by having this existing. Although this is conditional, isn't it? Merely if this exists, you can dive more deeply underwater. So purely by having this scale, you can dive more deeply. Gin no uroko wo te ni ireta. You got the silver scale. Doesn't look very silver. I suppose it kind of does. A bit blue. Mizu ni haitte e. After entering water, I suppose A. Or enter water and press A. Mae yori fukaku mogureru zo. So than before, deeply can dive. You can dive more deeply than before. Thank you very much. Should I go out here? I think I will. We'll just get the bottle and but not finish there. Okay. Hairia Kohan. Let me just check that. Kohan Yeah, kohan, lake shore. So I guess it just means, yeah. I guess it just means a lake. Or maybe it is like a lake with a, you know, with a shore, obviously, that's, you know, all of this part on the map is kind of the shore. I'm not entirely sure actually, but yeah, Hylia kohan. Hylia, Lake Hylia or whatever. I see ya. Go. Oos. Got it. Aki bean wo te ni ireta. Empty bottle got. Nani ka irete shide tsukau te. So something put in. Using C, use. Huh? And I think it's like ha here, te. Mo nanka haiteru zo. Already something is entering or is inside. I think if we like try to use it, we can read the letter, can't we? Is that how this works? Oh. Hmm? Bin no naka ni nani ka haitteru. Haitteiru. I got so used to just omitting the E, I'm doing it by accident. So, yeah, bottle inside. Basically just a preposition, isn't it? So, inside the bottle. Something is already, you know, is entering or is in there. Tegami mitai da. Seems like a letter. Looks like a letter. Seems like it's a letter. Oh God. Tasukete tamore. I don't know what's going on. Tasukeru is to help. So tasukete is, you know, just like a light request for that, like help. I don't know what tamore is doing. So I might have to ask. I'll screenshot. And I'll ask someone. Warawawa. I guess this is just a way of saying I or me. Warawawa. I guess the Zoras just like to speak in kind of older Japanese, maybe. Jabu Jabu sama no. Jabu Jabu actually has a meaning. It means like splashing. It's like an onomatopoeic for splashing sort of sound. Splash, splash. So it's kind of interesting that it's, you know, it's just called Jabu Jabu sama or Lord Jabu Jabu or whatever. So yeah, the great Jabu Jabu no Ohara Onaka probably. I think it's Onaka. Onaka no naka de matteoru. Now this is to wait, isn't it? So I am waiting, I suppose. In or at the inside of the stomach of Lord Jabu Jabu. And then Ruto, just her name, isn't it? Ruto. Tsui Shin. Chichi Ue? Let's have a look at this. Yeah, apparently it is Chichi Ue. I guess it's kind of a... Well, it says here father, especially used in samurai families prior to the Meiji period. Which is funny. Chichi ue ni wa naishou zora. So Tsui Shin is just like PS. Yeah, just PS. I don't want to try and explain that anymore. Just means PS. Chichi ue. I guess it kind of Chichi is not so polite, perhaps, but perhaps ue, you know, obviously it means up and above, so perhaps that kind of polites it up again. Anyway, Chichi-ue just means father. Ni-wa, so to my father. Naisho means secret, doesn't it? So it's a secret, or keep it a secret from my father. Or no, it's not keep it a secret. It just means it's a secret to my father, basically. And implied within that is obviously, you know, don't tell him. And then Zora. The Zoras say Zora at the end for fun. Yeah, and I think also this is a common thing in Zelda, isn't it? There's always like ni naisho, or it's a secret to so-and-so. Like I think in the original Zelda there was like, it's a secret to everybody. And then since then they've tried to kind of put that same sort of phrase in somewhere in every single game, I think. So perhaps this is it in this game. It's a secret to my father, or don't tell my father, or whatever. Alright, cool. Well, that's that. I'll turn the map off. Yeah, that's it. Oh god, Navi, leave me alone. So thanks for watching. Hope it was worthwhile, and I will see you next time.